Good morning, namaste, and a very warm welcome to you all. This is Gaurav Sharma. I am a student of Central University of Haryana of Journalism and Mass Communication Department. And today I have made this video on the topic that is given by Rishikant sir, that is radio drama and features. This topic is part of my subject media writing. Today I am going to discuss more on this topic by the help of this video. So let's move on to the PPT to know more about this video. That is the content which are included in this topic. The first one is what is radio drama. Here I am going to describe you about radio drama. The second topic is features of radio drama. Here I am going to tell you about the various characteristics or features of radio drama. The third one is dramatic conflict, where I am going to tell you about the importance of dramatic conflict in radio drama. And the fourth one is the radio feature. I'm going to tell you about what radio feature is all about. The fifth one is producing a radio feature, in which I'm going to tell you about the various elements included to produce a radio feature. Okay, so let's move on to our next slide. Radio drama, also known as audio drama, audio play, radio theatre, or audio theatre, is a dramatized, purely acoustic performance broadcast on radio. With no visual component, radio drama depends on dialogue, music, and sound effects to help the listener imagine the characters and the story. It is auditory in the physical dimension, but equally powerful as visual force in the psychological dimension. Okay, so the next topic here is features of radio drama. Okay, here are the features of radio drama. Radio drama uses sound to convey the ideas to the audience. Sound may be in the form of dialogue, sound effects, or music. Actors can play more than one part from moment to moment, as only voice needs to be altered. Actors use voice alone to convey the character. They do not need to use action, gesture, or facial expression, as the audience cannot see it. There is no need for blocking or stage business in a radio drama. Actors may, however, need to plan movement to and from the microphone. Radio plays can be set almost anywhere. There are no physical limits to overcome. Setting is easily created using music and sound effects. Radio drama includes lots of dialogue. As we cannot see what the actors are doing, they must tell us what is happening. The writer has to find ways for the characters to comment on where they are and what they and others are doing. Radio play scenes are often shorter than stage plays. A radio drama is usually recorded and played to the audience at another time. This scene means that, like itself, scenes may not be played in order, and scenes can be played more than once to get the best take if necessary. The drama can also be edited to add in sound. Actors don't have to learn their lines. Actors can read their lines from the script, as this is not seen by the audience. Actors do have to be very familiar with their lines and to have rehearsed how they will use their voice to tell the audience about the character and the action. Radio drama usually features a small cast. Small numbers of characters are used in each scene because it is too hard for the audience to distinguish between voices if there are large number of characters. The audience may also forget that a character is on stage if he or she does not speak for some time, as they cannot be seen. For this reason, characters need to speak quite often and be involved in the action. Radio drama is well suited to monologue and for plays where setting is limited and physical action is unimportant, for example, inside a prison cell or a cave. Our third topic is dramatic conflict. So, the dramatic conflict is a vital feature of any drama, whether performed on stage, television, or radio, because it attracts and holds the attention of the audience. Dramatic conflict refers to the unusual, often unexpected turns that occur in all human activities that create uncertainty, tension, suspense, or surprise. Every event, every circumstance, every relationship in life is subject to uncertainty. Dramatic conflict plays a vital role in any radio drama. For example, we all are watching Ramayana in the tough time of Corona. So there you see that in the whole Ramayana, you see that there is a dramatic conflict that has been created. For example, a dramatic conflict has been created by the help of adding characters like brothers of Ram or brothers of Ravan and the sister of Ravan, and how Ravan fooled Sita by the help of a trick and kidnapped her. So this is all part of dramatic conflict. So if you are going or if we are going to show radio drama on Ramayana, then all characters should be present and this conflict should be created so that all the listeners get attached to the drama and they are most likely to hear it due to that conflict because it creates interest among them. So let's move on to our next slide, that is radio feature. A feature is a report or story about a specific theme, issue, community, or person. It is often a regular item in news or magazine shows and offer more in-depth exposition of a topic. The feature usually starts with compiling of information, voice clips, etc., recorded as short talks, interviews, or voice clips. Other information, actualities, and materials are included to paint a true word picture of the issue. So we can say that it is a model of representation of reality based on monologues that attempt to narrate and describe events and actions, providing a broad context in content, a rich and varied use of sources in production, and a careful and creative aesthetic construction. Okay, so the fifth content and the last content of our topic, of our today's topic, is producing a radio feature. So here we are going to discuss the various features. So it is actually of two types, that is selecting music, and the second one is selecting the sound effect. Okay, so we are going to discuss first selecting music. For selecting music, there are four components. First is theme, second is background, third is bridge, and fourth one is fill. Okay, so we are going to discuss them one by one. So let's start with the first one, theme. The theme is like if you are doing a series of spots on a particular subject or using a particular character, Theme music will lend identification to the subject or character. Second is background. Background music helps set the mood of the feature, production, and it increases audience appeal. A voice-only production can be very good, especially if it is just one voice. For example, a few strains of a dramatic fanfare might heighten listener anticipation of a story's climax. Conversely, you could use light, melodic music to support a comical subject. There is instrumental music to fit almost any mood. It is just a matter of listening to the selection, perceiving the emotion or mental image it creates, and appropriate mood to your subject. When you are selecting music for background, instrumentals are preferred over music with vocals. Vocal songs tend to distract the listener from the message of the product. Vocal music may be used, but only if it contributes to the message. When vocals are used, a level balance becomes critical so that the music does not override the message. Background music should be unrecognizable and match the subject. But adding the right background music, you add to the aesthetic appeal of the feature. Okay, so the third one is bridge. Bridge music connects or bridges two ideas or thoughts. Bridge music, also called transitional music, was used in radio theatre to change a scene. A short instrumental fanfare can signal a change in topic, or a new scene can be introduced with a short musical theme that suggests a particular location. Okay, so the last point of selecting music is fill. Fill music is often called pad music, and is usually an unrecognizable instrumental song. If your feature production is required to be a certain length, you can use fill music to eat up time at the end. This also allows the person airing the production an opportunity to transition to the next program element gracefully with less chance of lapsing into dead air. Okay, so the second point after selecting music is selecting sound effects for producing a radio piece. Okay, sound effects, which is also known as effects, the use of sound and sound effects works much the same way as music. The purpose of sound effect is to enhance the spoken word. Creative use of sound can help develop a vivid picture in the mind of the listener. The success of an audio production often depends on the mental picture conjured up by different sound effects. Well, move on to the next slide. And that is all for now. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. And I've also mentioned few links for my Instagram ID, Twitter ID and YouTube ID. You can follow me there. And also I would like to give credit for this presentation template that I created by the help of Slideshow, Icons by Platicon, and infographics and images by Freebie. So thank you for your help, for helping me in creating such a beautiful PPT. Stay home, stay safe in the time of Corona. Thank you.